Warriors, welcome back to Gods of Alliance. If you're here, it means you want power, knowledge, and control over the battlefield. This is not luck, this is strategy. Let's break the game together. Today we talk about one of the most controversial additions we have received recently. Electra arrived only recently, yet somehow managed to jump directly into main teams, high-end compositions, eternity cores, magic teams, anti-control strategies, and even completely new archetypes. That alone should tell you something. Electra is not simply another tank. She is a defensive engine, a magic amplifier, a control resistance machine, a scaling monster, and perhaps most importantly, she changes how fights evolve over time. Because the longer the fight goes, the more dangerous she becomes. So today, we break everything: skills, relics, builds, skins, teams, priorities, and why so many players suddenly started putting Electra everywhere. Let's break the game together. Pain's Embrace is the reason Electra immediately became scary. When activated, she absorbs all incoming damage for 6 seconds. Not reduced damage, not partial damage, everything. During this period, she cannot move or attack, but honestly, who cares? Because afterwards, nearby enemies become blinded while your allies gain additional magic attack. This is both survival and offensive scaling inside one button. You survive burst while simultaneously enabling your damage dealers. Field of Lightning is where Electra starts becoming terrifying for magic teams. She damages enemies with lightning while reducing magic defense. But here comes the dangerous part. The more health she lost before casting, the larger this reduction becomes. This means Electra scales during combat. Longer fights become better for her. Magic teams absolutely love this. Oath of Protection is probably one of the most underrated parts of her kit. For 10 seconds, allies that have less health than Electra receive protection as she absorbs part of the damage they take. And if those allies belong to Eternity heroes, she absorbs even more. Suddenly, your fragile carries become much harder to kill. Immortal Shell explains why her stat priorities look strange. At the beginning of battle, Electra converts armor, magic defense, and dodge into health. This means defensive stats literally transform into survivability. The more defensive investments you make, the larger her health pool becomes. Now the relics. Dance of Agony is massive. Every 25 seconds, Electra gains attack speed and massively increases damage depending on missing health. This changes her from pure defensive tank into a scaling threat. Longer battles become dangerous. The legendary Pain's Embrace relic completely changes the ultimate. Instead of only surviving, now, when the effect ends, she deals magic damage equal to absorbed damage. Suddenly, opponents cannot simply ignore her shield phase because all that damage may return. Legendary Field of Lightning is ridiculous for magic compositions. If enemies reach 0 magic defense, Electra and allies deal 50% more magic damage. 50%. This transforms already dangerous mages into absolute monsters. Unbreakable Mind is simple, but powerful. Below 50% health, she becomes immune to control. Tanks dying because they get stunned? Not here. Electra keeps functioning. Now builds. Strength skin first. Always. More strength means more health scaling, survivability, and stronger tank performance. Armor skin next. Since defensive stats convert into health, armor becomes much better than it initially looks. Magic defense skin comes afterwards. Same logic. More conversion means larger health pools while also helping against magical burst before conversion happens. Toughness skin follows. More toughness means greater effective survivability and larger scaling. Finally, Jade Flame Skin Plus. This is extremely important because Skin Plus effectively doubles the value compared to normal skin investment. Magic Reflection is already valuable on Electra because of her anti-mage role, but Skin Plus pushes this much further. If resources are limited, prioritize this later. If resources are available, this becomes enormous value. Artifacts. Weapon artifact first. Pain Cage gives toughness and activates bonuses for the whole team whenever Pain's Embrace activates. Since you press ultimate constantly, this becomes extremely valuable. Book artifact second. Health plus toughness. Exactly what Electra wants. Ring last. Strength is always good. But compared to survival scaling from previous artifacts, this comes afterwards. Glyph priorities. Magic attack. First. Yes, magic attack, because multiple abilities scale directly with it. Then health. Then armor. Then magic defense. Then strength. This gives best balance between scaling and survival. Spark of power, maxed. Obviously. Now, the fun part. Teams. This is where Electra becomes crazy. Let's start with Iris. Electra plus Iris is probably one of the most obvious pairings. Why? Electra massively reduces magic defense. Iris loves enemies with weakened defenses. Electra protects fragile backlines. Iris deletes them. Electra absorbs pressure. Iris punishes it. Simple, extremely effective. Fire twins are another obvious combination. Kayla and Aiden love prolonged fights. Electra creates prolonged fights. While enemies struggle breaking through protection, twins continue scaling and healing. You suddenly create extremely annoying compositions. Now let's talk about Folio. Folio loves additional magic attack. Electra literally provides magic attack. Folio enjoys longer engagements. Electra creates longer engagements. This combination becomes very uncomfortable for opponents. Somna's synergy is enormous. Why? Control, disruption, long fights, sleep mechanics. Electra creates safer environments for Somna to operate. And if fights drag on, Electra only becomes stronger. Drain, very interesting synergy. Drain loves pressure. Electra loves extended fights. Drain punishes enemies, while Electra creates time. This creates very frustrating teams to play against. Polaris, absolutely dangerous. Additional magic scaling. Protection, longer fights. Magic defense shredding. This combination creates explosive magical pressure. Eternity teams probably benefit the most. Remember, Electra specifically protects Eternity allies more effectively. Imagine combinations like Electra, Tempest, Guis, Iris, Octavia, or Electra, Kayla, Bina, Iris, Aiden, or Electra, Somna, Folio, Polaris, Leanne. Suddenly, you realize something. Electra is not locked. She fits everywhere. Anti-burst teams, magic teams, control teams, eternity teams, hybrid teams. And that flexibility is exactly why she entered so many main compositions so quickly. The biggest mistake players make? Building Electra like traditional tanks. She is not traditional. You build scaling. You build survival. You build conversion. You build long fights. And then suddenly, your tank becomes your engine. So what is the final verdict? Electra is one of the most impactful recent heroes we received. She brings survival, scaling, protection, magic amplification, control resistance, and insane flexibility. She may look like a tank, but in reality, she is much closer to a battlefield controller disguised as one. If you enjoy long fights, magic compositions, or simply making opponents suffer, Electra might be one of the safest investments currently available. Warriors, this is how we play the game. Not randomly, not blindly, with knowledge, with precision, with control. We don't build randomly, we build with intention. Master the mechanics, control the fight. Let's break the game together.